Okay, this is a genuine question. Was that animation that bad? I know like the conquest parts were like good and the action was good, but everything else, like when they were cutting corners, was it actually that bad? Alright, like this scene here, let's see. This scene wasn't that bad. This is the most important part. Like when this guy was snitching on Mark, this is the most important part. And you remember, oh my god, she's not even moving. That's crazy. Bruh, okay, I get it. I understand. But I didn't care when I was actually watching it in the first place. The animation did not really hinder my enjoyment of that scene because what was happening was very interesting and funny. How did he think his mother would not know? Anyway, maybe it was spoiled by all the heat that has come out. Like, I remember years ago when I was watching Naruto for the first time, just seeing the Sharingan appear, just the crimson eyes was enough to like, I'm hooked. My battery was full. Till today, I don't think my heart has beat faster than the first time I heard Luffy say this. Oh, I remember that feeling so well. But my point in all this is like, does animation really matter that much to where people don't like a show again when they see animation studios try to cut the budget? And I get it. In this day and age, when JJK and Demon Slayer are bringing out hits, that season 2 JJK just crazy. I just had to say it. I was going so well, but my mind just remembered. Anyway, in this day and age where you are seeing Ufotable going crazy, Bones going crazy, Mappa going crazy as well, if you want recognition, you have to bring that sakuga, that finesse, that extra effort. But really, in my opinion, great animation isn't the tell of a great show. Solo Leveling, for example. I heard people were disliking that episode that he finally saw his mother awake. Who are these people? I don't understand. Seeing his mother awake was more impactful to me than the remaining of his aura moments. And I like the animation. I think it's A1 Pictures going crazy. But I remember when the most epic and memorable moments used to be the heartfelt ones, the one that really touched your soul. But now it's just flashing lights and impact frames. But I'm old, so maybe I see things a little differently. But for me, I would say animation isn't even an ingredient in a great show. It's just like the garnish. One Piece, for example, for 90% of it, or maybe 70%, it had poor animation. Not to mention Naruto. People still cosplay in their Akatsuki cloak any chance they get. Not to even mention Dragon Ball. R.I.P. Toriyama. Your creation will never die. But like, you get what I'm saying. It seems to me that the measure of a great show is more in the characters and the story and how much it can impact you outside of the screen in your day-to-day life. Like, I've been hearing rumors that they are comparing Solo Leveling to One Piece. Let's be guided though. And I actually like Solo Leveling. Like I said, the animation, A1 Pictures, I salute you. Crazy choreography. That last fight with Izzy Beru that was named the Ant. I can't remember the guy's name, but I just remember that he was doing some gymnastics moves on it. Crazy though. Crazy animation. Side note, Jin, my boy, Song Hunter, help them quicker. I don't know what except you tell me that you had a time limit before you were able to teleport. Like maybe you used it a day before, like 23 hours before you were waiting for it to be the exact time. People were like, you knew that people were getting decapitated and you were sitting on a building on a train. Boss man. Anyway, that's a different thing. Just have to say that. Pissed me off. Solo Leveling, all in all, I would say it's a good show with great animation. I actually took like a mini survey with my friends comparing like narrative and animation and their impact on a show. So I took Baki, that has an amazing narrative in my opinion, and average to trash animation, to be honest. I took Solo Leveling, which has, I would say, a poor to average story and amazing godlike animation. Cannot be overstated. A1 Pictures, God bless you. And then Invincible, like the happy medium, where the animation isn't stellar all the time, but the story is quite good. It's quite consistently good to me, but you can say it's average to good. And this is by no means conclusive evidence. This was just an interesting experiment I wanted to conduct. So how did you first hear about the show?
I used to go on my anime site. I see animes that come out that day, and I saw Baki.
I think I stumbled on it on YouTube. I think I just saw like a video about the trailer or something.
I think I heard about Solo Leveling online at first. I'm not sure, but then the first time I got any info on it was my cousin.
I said, what the heck is Baki? First episode I watched, I asked the bruises they gave to up. I said, oh, I'm hooked.
I think I also saw that J.K. Simmons was going to be in it, and I'm a fan of his voice acting. So
he was telling me about this anime about this guy. He died and then he got resurrected and then he levels up and no one else levels up and ECC. And I was like, this is interesting.
Very nice, very nice. Thank you. So why did you keep watching the show?
Because it's good. How question is that? Because it's a good show.
is fighting, is action, like non-stop action, realistic fighting. Like literally, I punch you, I break your nose, I dislocate your shoulders.
It was lit as hell. It was so interesting. I just wanted to keep seeing him level up.
There's some unrealistic things there, but Baki gave that realistic fight to it, which I really loved.
That's some.
After he defeats one monster, I just want enemy. I just want to see him defeat the next one. It was just interesting that way. I was like, let me see where the story goes.
It's a little more gory and darker and deeper than like a child show, but it really gave me nostalgia for the simplicity of how cartoon was back then growing up, you know.
Okay. So that brings into my next question. What do you like most about the show?
I would say the fights. Him defeating every enemy. It's something different, something interesting. I want to see how he defeats every enemy. Like,
I see.
I think maybe the character development for everyone, but most especially for Mark. Even though it's about superheroes and superpowers, there is a sort of humanity to it.
Baki vs. Muhammad Ali's son. Baki just disrespecting everybody. He's just disrespecting every single person he finds.
True. Okay, this is probably the most important question as per my video. Would you prefer the animation to get worse or the story?
ooh, that's a hard. The animation or the story? I think the animation, because we need the story to be good.
I prefer the animation to get worse. What is there in a good looking show if the story is like rubbish? I beg.
Honestly, God, I'll prefer the animation to get worse. Actually, no, the story to get worse. 'Cause I don't really care about the story. The story is not really important to me. What's really important to me is the graphics. Honestly, I think this is what I never know what's even going on. I was watching the fight. I
understand that story too.
Let me say there's a story. What's the story? I was watching a story. I was just watching some mad action.
This is a very interesting answer. I might have to rethink some things in my video, which I was already rethinking in the first place, but hearing your answer helps me with the next part of the video. So thank you.
You're welcome.
No problem.
Okay, full disclosure. My plan for this video has changed. It was originally titled, "Is animation that important?" And honestly, my answer was no. I was going to say story and characters are more important, and that's what makes a show great. But with life comes experience. And hearing my friends talk about what they liked about certain shows, not just Baki and Solo Leveling and Invincible, has given me an appreciation for different aspects of a show. That, and I've just been watching different stuff and I've been seeing, okay, there are different things that give a show quality. This is what I'm saying. One Piece has an amazing story, among other things. One Piece is good at a lot of things actually. But yeah, that makes the show great. Naruto has amazing characters, and that makes the show great. Solo Leveling has great animation, and before I'd have been like, it's just a good show. But now I see it takes a lot of effort and commitment to do what they do, and honestly, that makes the show great. And to that point, I no longer think Cowboy Bebop is overrated. I know. Let me explain why. To me, Cowboy Bebop was mostly filler, because the most interesting story was Spike's story, and it happened in the first 2 episodes and the last 2 episodes, if I can remember. Everything in the middle was just, to me, a waste of time. They should have focused more on Spike, in my opinion, but that's fine. I still found myself remembering that I actually liked the show because of the vibe, because of the music, the atmosphere that was created. And honestly speaking, the attention to detail to make such a show, the soundtrack is from head to toe. Oh my God, bangers. There's this one where Faye and Ed were in the ship. That song is, maybe I'll play it in the background small. Even in the gym, I played that song. That song is so nice. Vibe, like I'm saying, the vibe, it touched me and it makes me remember the show fondly. Maybe I just got soft. I don't know. I got a little bit older and I appreciate things a little more. So now, to me, I would say Cowboy Bebop has an amazing vibe. That makes the show great, to be honest. That's just the truth. So honestly, what makes a show great? My closest guess would be whatever makes you fall in love with it. Alright, thank you for watching this video. It's evolved as I was creating it, but I think I found a good place in the end. Anyway, if you have any opinion on what makes the show great, you can hop on the Discord and tell me what's up. It's in the description. Thank you for watching and see you in the next one.